Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? As you see the title, 85% of the military, active or retired, never utilize their VA home loan benefit. And it blows my mind because the VA home loan is the best loan product out there in the entire country. Like nothing beats it. FHA doesn't beat it, and conventional doesn't beat it, and USDA does not beat it. Absolutely not. And it saddens me knowing that statistic out there, how 85% of veterans do not utilize their VA home loan benefit. And today I was thinking, right? I was like, well, why is that the case? And it came down to one simple reason, and it's lack of information, right? I've spoken to a lot of veterans, active military, but also veterans, people who served in our military forces. And, most of them say that they're never taught about the VA loan benefit while they're in the military, right? So if we can start educating our military, that number is going to significantly decrease. And what you need to understand about the VA home loan benefit is that there's no VA loan limit. Like FHA, conventional, you have a loan limit. I believe FHA is like 600 something thousand, somewhere around that, round. And same thing for conventional. But VA, if you're active or retired military and you meet the income requirements for your debt to income score, you can qualify for a $2 million home loan. You can qualify for a $5 million home loan. There's no limit to it. On top of that, you don't have to put any money down, which is amazing. On top of that, there's no credit score requirement. Obviously, these lenders are going to have their overlays, but I work with a very phenomenal mortgage company by the name of Rev, which means reaching every veteran. And they were able to get a client into a home with the score of 520. That's amazing, right? Knowing that you can get into a home with a score as low as a 520, still qualify. And on top of that, you can reuse this loan. So if you want to invest in real estate, right, what you can do for your first property is buy a duplex. With the duplex, you can live in one unit and you can rent out the other unit, because with the VA loan, minimum, you need to be in there for at least 1 year. You need to intend, right? The key word is intend to occupy the primary residence for at least 1 year. Let's say within 2 months of you occupying it, your grandmother gets sick and you need to go back home, right? Let's say you need to go back to another state. Or let's say you need to go to the other side of the city. It's not going to affect you. But to get back to my point, you can utilize this VA loan, buy a duplex, triplex, or a fourplex at max. Live in one unit, occupy it for a year while renting out the other units, and create some cash flow. If you're getting a duplex, you're more than likely not going to cover the entire mortgage and get some cash flow. But what I can tell you is that you're going to cover about 50 to 80% of your mortgage. While that's being covered, you're living way below your means. There's no way you're getting a luxury apartment for under $1,000 in a good location here in San Antonio. So your duplex is more than likely going to be less than $1,000 a month, right? So after 1 year of you occupying it, you leave that unit and you rent out that unit. Now you have two tenants renting from you. So let's say, your duplex is $2,500 a month with your mortgage. You're renting out one unit for $1,500, and the other unit you just left, you're now renting that one out for $1,500. Right? Let's say you purchased this property at a purchase price of $300,000. That means you still have about $400,000 worth of entitlement. There's something called partial entitlement and full entitlement. Full entitlement means that you never used your VA loan, ever, right? Or you used your VA loan, but you sold that house so you get full entitlement back. Partial entitlement is whenever you purchase a home using your VA loan and you still have some more money to play with and utilize your VA loan. For example, the entitlement limit, I believe, do not quote me guys, but I know I'm somewhere within the ballpark of the entitlement. It's about 722,000. So what does this mean? Let's say I purchased that property, right? The duplex at 300K. I have 400, 500, 600, 700K, right? I have about 400,000 and some change left for my next property. So I move out of my primary residence. I'm now renting out both units. Now I'm collecting $3,000 a month in gross revenue. I keep the difference of $500. That's my profit because remember, my mortgage is $2,500 a month. But I'm renting both units out for $1,500, which equates to $3,000. Now I'm keeping the difference of $500 a month in cash flow, right? Which is awesome. In 5 years, I bought that property at 300K. Within 5 years, that property is more than likely going to be worth 400,000, right? Within 5 years, just the way San Antonio was growing, the influx of people that are moving to San Antonio, that property is going to be worth about 400K within 5 years, especially with the way interest rates are going. They're going to start getting cut in 2024, right? It's already been said by the Fed, as inflation is slowing down, they're going to start cutting the rates. So that property is going to be worth 400K. So on top of that, you're going to increase your rents. So you're going to start making more cash flow. Now you're sitting on 100K worth of equity, right? But before we jump too far ahead of ourselves, let's get back to step one. So we just left the duplex. Now we're renting out both units. I still have 400,000 and some change worth of entitlement. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go buy another duplex, right? This is what I would do if I was active or retired military. You can use a complete different strategy. This isn't for everybody. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to try to find the cheapest duplex possible without me having to put too much work. I'm going to see if I can get 3 properties that have more than 2 units and keep utilizing this VA loan. But on a worst case scenario, I'm going to get 2 properties out of this VA entitlement, right? So I have one duplex. Now I'm going to go find another duplex. Like say I run out of my entitlement and I drop 400,000. I still don't have to put any money down. I still have my VA loan entitlement. The only time this entitlement expires or runs out is as soon as I hit that threshold, right? When I hit that threshold, that's when I have to start putting money down. The only time I can get my partial or full entitlement back is whenever I sell all of my properties. So the second property I get, I'm going to try to get a duplex, but I really want a triplex. So I'm going to live in one unit again. Right now I have 3 units. I'm going to live in one unit because utilizing a VA loan, you have to intend. Keyword, intend. So I'm going to intend to live in this property. Let's say I have to, get older somewhere else, or, abuela gets sick, or I have to go ahead and move out of that property. Now I'm going to be renting out all 3 units, in less than a year. Now I have 5 units and I'm collecting some serious cash flow now. Let's say my mortgage on the triplex is $3,000 a month. I rent out each unit for $1,500, $1,700 a month. Not really good at math off the top of my head, but I can say that's probably going to be around $4,500, $5,000 a month if it's 1,500 units each. $1,500 a unit each. It's probably going to be around $4,500 a month, right? My mortgage is $3,000 a month on that subject property. Now I'm cash flowing around $1,500 a month. So 5 years goes by. I bought that property for 400K. That property is probably going to be worth 450, 500K. Right? The way San Antonio is growing is going to be crazy. So I have the duplex still, and I still have the triplex, right? 5 years have gone by in total. I have 100K worth of equity in both properties. So altogether, 200K worth of equity. I'm cash flowing an insane amount of money on my properties every single month. All off the VA loan. I didn't have to put any money down. That's 100% cash on cash return because I didn't have to put any money down, right? So that is the benefit of utilizing your VA loan. This is what I would do. Not everyone has to do this. Not everyone wants to own real estate. But I know some of you who are watching this right now do want to own real estate. You can get 5 units with no money down. Right? So now I have $200,000 worth of equity in both properties. And that's like worst case scenario. So now what I can go ahead and do is I can do a cash out refi, take out the equity of those properties, or I can do a home equity line of credit. It just, it's whatever you want to do. Now I have 200K, right? I still have my properties. I still have my rental income. Now I have $200,000 to play with. I can put that $200,000 down on a sixplex, eightplex, right? I can just put the whole $200,000 down. Now I have a sixplex or an eightplex. Now I have about 15 units within a span of about 5 years. That is phenomenal. And I have a lot of buddies who are, active and retired military, and this is what they're doing to create wealth through their VA loan program. And it just blows my mind how 85% of our military are not utilizing this benefit. And the easy way to get access to this is if you've been in the military for at least 90 days, you can use this program. Right? It makes me want to go join the military real quick. Hey, let me do my 90 days. Let me do my VA loan and do this exact process. Right? That's how powerful it is, ladies and gentlemen. But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. If you want to go ahead and get started and you're looking to move to San Antonio and utilize your VA home loan program, just click our YouTube channel. You'll find all of our contact information. Or you can just go to realtorty.com and you can contact us. Someone on my team will reach out to you. We'll schedule an appointment and we'll teach you the steps from A to Z. Right? And we'll get you in contact with Rev Mortgage, reaching every veteran, and get you guys started with this program. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.